Did you know that just one handful of the right nuts daily could slash your risk of diabetes complications by up to 40%? The foods you choose can either fuel inflammation or fight it. When it comes to managing diabetes, certain nuts contain remarkable compounds that work like natural medicine for your blood sugar levels. Today, I'm revealing 6 extraordinary nuts backed by scientific research that help regulate glucose, improve insulin sensitivity, and protect your body from diabetes damage. The last one is particularly impressive. Researchers found it can lower fasting blood sugar in just 2 weeks. Let's get into it. First up, walnuts, the brain-shaped powerhouses that transform your glucose management. Walnuts contain the highest amount of omega-3 fatty acids of any nut, specifically alpha-linolenic acid. This powerful anti-inflammatory compound directly improves insulin sensitivity at the cellular level. A groundbreaking 2022 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that participants who consumed just 1/4 cup of walnuts daily reduced their insulin resistance by 17% compared to the control group. The unique polyphenol compounds in walnuts also target and neutralize inflammation in pancreatic beta cells, the exact cells that produce insulin. For diabetics, this means better glucose control with less medication. Walnuts are also packed with manganese, copper, and magnesium, 3 minerals essential for proper glucose metabolism. According to researchers at Harvard Medical School, these minerals act as cofactors in glucose-regulating enzymes. Make walnuts part of your breakfast by adding them to overnight oats or blend them into a morning smoothie. One important tip: store walnuts in the refrigerator to preserve their delicate omega-3 oils. Next are almonds, the calcium-rich champions for diabetic heart health. Almonds contain a rare form of soluble fiber that specifically targets post-meal blood sugar spikes. A landmark study in Metabolism Journal showed that consuming 2 tablespoons of almonds before carbohydrate-rich meals reduced blood glucose spikes by up to 30%. This effect lasted for several hours after eating, providing extended protection from glucose fluctuations. The high magnesium content in almonds deserves special attention. Over 70% of people with type 2 diabetes have magnesium deficiency, and almonds are one of the richest food sources of this crucial mineral. Magnesium works as a key activator for over 300 enzymes, many directly involved in how your cells use insulin. Clinical trials show supplementing with magnesium improves insulin response by up to 23%, and almonds provide this mineral in its most bioavailable form. Almonds also contain unique antioxidants concentrated in their brown skin that protect blood vessels from oxidative damage caused by high blood sugar. Try soaking almonds overnight to increase mineral absorption and make them easier to digest. Third on our list are pistachios, the blood pressure regulators with impressive glucose-lowering effects. Unlike other nuts, pistachios contain a rare combination of lutein, zeaxanthin, and anthocyanins, plant compounds that specifically target the inflammation caused by elevated blood sugar. A 2023 study in Diabetes Care found that pistachios have the lowest glycemic impact of any nut, causing minimal blood sugar response while providing sustained energy. Pistachios have a uniquely balanced amino acid profile that supports insulin production. The arginine in pistachios helps relax blood vessels, improving circulation to extremities, a crucial benefit for diabetics with peripheral vascular concerns. Researchers at the University of Toronto discovered that pistachios consumed with high carbohydrate foods reduce the overall blood glucose response of the entire meal by 20 to 30%. This means adding pistachios to your plate creates a protective effect against the glucose spike from other foods. Pistachios also contain more fiber than most nuts. A single serving provides nearly 3 grams. This fiber creates a gel-like substance in your digestive tract that slows sugar absorption into your bloodstream. The fourth powerful option is Brazil nuts, selenium powerhouses for metabolic health. Just 2 Brazil nuts contain more than 100% of your daily selenium needs, a trace mineral that few people get enough of. Recent research from the European Journal of Nutrition revealed that selenium deficiency correlates strongly with insulin resistance. The selenium in Brazil nuts helps activate thyroid hormones that regulate your metabolism and how efficiently your body processes glucose. Brazil nuts also contain unique fatty acids that support cell membrane health. This directly impacts insulin receptors on cell surfaces, helping them respond more effectively to insulin signals. A fascinating study from New Zealand found that consuming just 2 Brazil nuts daily for 12 weeks improved fasting glucose levels by 14% in participants with prediabetes. Brazil nuts contain ellagic acid, a powerful polyphenol that laboratory studies show may help regenerate pancreatic tissue, potentially restoring insulin production capacity. However, moderation is crucial with Brazil nuts due to their high selenium content. Stick to 2 to 3 nuts daily. Fifth are pecans, the cholesterol fighters with impressive glucose effects. Pecans contain more than 19 vitamins and minerals that support metabolic health, including manganese, copper, and zinc, all essential for glucose regulation. The monounsaturated fats in pecans help reduce harmful LDL cholesterol while improving insulin sensitivity. A 2022 study published in Nutrients found that pecans have the highest antioxidant capacity of any nut, neutralizing the oxidative damage caused by blood sugar fluctuations. Pecans contain unique forms of vitamin E that protect nerve tissue from glucose-related damage. This is especially beneficial for diabetics concerned about neuropathy. Research from Louisiana State University found that the plant sterols in pecans help reduce inflammation markers associated with diabetes progression. Pecans also contain melatonin precursors that support healthy sleep patterns, important since poor sleep directly impacts glucose regulation. Try adding crushed pecans to salads or vegetable dishes for a satisfying crunch with blood sugar benefits. Finally, peanuts, the protein-packed diabetes fighters that surprise researchers. Though technically legumes, peanuts have earned their place on this list through impressive research results. A major study in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that peanut consumption was associated with a 21% reduced risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Peanuts have the highest protein content of any nut or legume in this list, around 7 grams per ounce. This protein slows digestion and provides steady energy without blood sugar spikes. The resveratrol in peanut skins, the same compound found in red wine, has been shown to increase insulin secretion and improve glucose uptake in muscle tissue. Peanuts have a remarkably low glycemic index of just 14, making them one of the most blood sugar-friendly snack options available. What makes peanuts particularly effective is their arginine content, which improves blood flow to extremities, critical for diabetics with circulation concerns. Research from Purdue University found that eating peanuts 5 times weekly improved both glucose and insulin levels while reducing harmful inflammation markers. For maximum benefits, choose unsalted, dry-roasted peanuts with skins intact for the highest antioxidant content. Now for the critical information on proper consumption for optimal blood sugar control. The golden rule for portion control is 1 ounce daily, approximately a small handful or about 24 almonds, 14 walnut halves, or 28 peanuts. Timing matters significantly. Research shows consuming nuts before carbohydrate-rich meals creates a protective effect against blood sugar spikes. Avoid nuts with added sugars, artificial flavors, or excess salt, as these additives can counteract the beneficial effects. For enhanced benefits, consider strategic combinations. Nuts paired with foods containing vitamin C increase antioxidant absorption by up to 30%. Research shows rotating different types of nuts throughout the week provides more comprehensive nutrient coverage than sticking with just one variety. Store nuts properly in airtight containers away from heat and light to preserve their beneficial compounds. If you have kidney issues, consult your doctor before increasing nut consumption due to their phosphorus content. While nuts provide remarkable benefits for diabetes management, they should complement, not replace, your prescribed treatment plan. Which of these powerful nuts will you add to your daily routine? Let me know in the comments below how nuts had helped your blood sugar management. Hit the like button if you found this information valuable and subscribe to learn about more natural approaches to managing diabetes. Check out the video on screen now for more foods that dramatically lower blood sugar while fighting inflammation. Let's beat diabetes together, one healthy choice at a time.